Hello, today we're going to be making strawberry shortcake. Now I'm not going to make the traditional strawberry shortcake that's like a sweet biscuit because I don't like that. My family never made that. We made a butter cake. And I'm going to make a small one because I just don't need a great big cake. So what I've got, I've greased and floured a square 8-inch pan. And that's all we're going to need for this recipe here. But it's got a lot of butter in it. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got 1½ cups all-purpose flour. Put that in there because I want to sift this all together. I got 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I've got 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. With that, I'm going to sift that all together. And after I sift that together, we're going to set it aside. Okay, what I've got here is I've got 2 sticks of softened butter. And I've got 1 cup of sugar. And what we're going to do is we're going to cream that all together until it's light and fluffy. And that's a very important part for cakes. Okay, I've got the butter and sugar beaten together and creamed up all nice and fluffy. And that's how it should look. Okay, well, I've got 2 eggs here, and we're going to do it one at a time. We're going to stir that in. Okay, we've got our eggs all blended in. Now I'm going to add part of our flour mixture. Okay. We've added 1/2 the flour. Now I'm going to add some of our 1 cup of milk. Now we're going to add the rest of our flour and kind of just stir it up enough for it to be blended. We don't want to beat it. And then we're going to add the rest of our milk. Flour and milk, it's all blended. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're just going to stir that in to our batter. Okay, we preheated our oven to 350. Now floured and greased our cake pan. And we're going to go ahead and put the batter into our pan. Okay, we're going to even our batter out, and we need to drop it to get the air out. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to bake it for approximately 25 to 30 minutes. I'm not very good on baking time because I just go in there and look and see if it's done. So I'll keep an eye on the time so we'll know. Yeah. Okay, while our cake's baking, we can talk about the strawberries that we're going to put on our cake. Now what I've got here is about 2 pints of strawberries that I've cut and washed, and I've mashed them up. And depending upon how sweet the strawberries are, it's going to be how much sugar you're going to need to add. And I've had about 2/3 of a cup of sugar, but what you're going to have to do is taste it. It could be a 1/2 cup, it could be a cup. And then we're going to put this in the refrigerator and wait for our cake to be done. Okay, our cake's done. It took 35 minutes in my oven, and we're going to let it cool in the pan for about 15 minutes before we flip it over on the cooling rack. Okay, our strawberry cake had cooled off enough, so I cut a little piece off. I split it in half. And I put strawberries in between the layers, some whipped cream, some more strawberries, and whipped cream on top. And now, for the best part, I'm going to take a little bite. Trying to get a little bite, but this is good. It's better than any old biscuit. Thank you. Come again.